The first makeup of a marketing plan is that every marketing plan starts with a marketing research, a market research. Every plan starts with a research. You can't write a plan independently of facts and figures. You can't just sit down and start to write a plan. Before you can write an effective plan, you must find out what is available in the market. A market research is the process of analyzing market conditions. It's the process of analyzing market conditions and current products in the market in order to identify a gap or a business opportunity. Marketing plan starts with the marketing research, and the research simply means analyzing the market conditions. So the market where you're involved right now, what's the condition there? What is selling? What is not selling? What are people buying? What's the season? What would they buy in the next 1 month? What are the conditions? Some businesses thrive in January. Some businesses don't thrive in December. Some products people buy it. So you have to know what is trending in the market. What's the market condition? Okay, what are the products available? What are the services available? From what's available, are there loopholes? Are there gaps that you can maximize? One of the biggest issues of the black man, and especially people here in Nigeria, is that we don't do market research. We don't ask questions. We just dabble into businesses. So, what's a market research? The process of analyzing what the market conditions. And also analyzing current products in the market. Current products, what other people are doing. What are they selling? From what they are doing, is there an opportunity? Is there a gap we can maximize? The gap may be in their supply chain. The gap may be in their customer service care. The gap may be in their after sales. The gap may be in their pricing. The gap may be in their marketing or advertising. Are there gaps? So there are questions your market research must answer. The first question your market research must answer is what is the size of your customer base? This thing you want to do, what's the size of the customer base? For instance, I want to sell luxury homes in Aba. Assuming homes that you can buy for 150 million in Aba. What is the size of that market here? Do you get? So it's the size that will determine whether it's a good business. The size of the customer base. How many people in Aba want to buy houses for 150 million? So if that is my vision, the size of my market here is already limited. So your market research must answer the size of your customer base. This thing you want to do, how many people can really afford it? How big is the market? For instance, if you want to wrap loi loi, you know what they call loi loi? Fufu. Want to produce fufu, odorless fufu, blah blah, perfume fufu, the one that doesn't smell, whatever it is. And you're asking what is the size of the market here? It's massive, right? Because almost every other person swallows it. Or you want to market heavy cardigans, those ones that they wear in Antarctica, those heavy jackets. What's the size of the market here? So, starting point is, what is the size of your customer base? Number two, based on trends, is that customer base, is it growing or is it shrinking? Because oftentimes people get into business that are shrinking. For instance, if your dream right now is to sell CDs and DVDs, it's a shrinking market. Huh? It's a shrinking market. Is that market, is it shrinking or is it growing? There's always opportunity when you get into a market that is growing. If you enter into a market that is shrinking, you will shrink with the market. So your customer base, is it growing or is it shrinking? You have to look at the trends. You have to look at the trends. If it's growing, then it's a good business. Number 3. Are you following me? Number 3. Now, as a businessman, what is your current share in that market? Are you making any part in that market? What's your current share? If you look at the market you are involved in this city, what's your share? What share are you occupying in that market? In your line, what's your share in the line? If your line sells 100,000 units of products in a month, how many of that do you sell? What percentage of that do you sell? It's important because one of the major purposes of marketing campaign is to increase your share of the market. Increase your share to take a larger chunk. So where are you? Are you 10%? Are you the 10th in your market? Are you the 100th in that line? Understand? You have to know where you are. Because every movement must start from, this is where I am. This is where I want to be. I am number 10. In the next 3 months, I want to be number 7. That's the goal. So where are you? Where are you? One of the things I do all the time is that I try to take stock of where this church is in the city, in line with what we are called to do. I want to be number 1. In line with what we are called to do. In line with our vision. I don't have time to enter that because not everyone who is doing what you're doing is your competition. It's the why you do what you do that defines who your competition is. Your mission determines who your competition is. We may be doing church, but the church next door is doing church. And we're doing beyond church. Are you still here? So what is your share of the market? Finally, are there unmet needs in that market? Are there unmet needs? That market you are involved in, are there unmet needs? Are there missed opportunities? Is there something that other people have missed to see? Are there opportunities that your other competitors have not seen? Is there a niche that you can carve out? Is there a niche you can carve out for yourself? Are there unmet needs? What are the primary and major complaints of the people that buy from that market? What do they complain about? What do they complain about? Your opportunities are in the complaints of the people. What are your customers complaining about? What your people are complaining about your business are opportunities for you in your business. Don't be like Nigerian politicians. Once you complain, they say you are the enemy. But they don't see that people's complaints or their criticisms are simply feedback for them to know the areas where they are failing so that they can up their game. So as a businessman, never take criticisms or complaints negatively. Use them as positive inputs and feedback to sharpen your skills, to sharpen what you do, to improve on your service delivery. Is it okay? So are there opportunities? So these are the questions that your marketing research should handle. So now that you have seen the trend, you know it's a good market, you've seen the size, and you have seen opportunities there, it's time for you now to set your goals and your objectives. So the second thing the marketing plan must handle is your goals and your objectives. From your findings, not from your head, from your findings. Oh, I hear a lot of Christians say, oh, as I was sleeping, the Lord told me to do this. Okay, yes, he told you, but go and flesh it out. From your findings, what are the opportunities that you have seen? So what goals can you set from those opportunities? What are the goals? What are your objectives? One more time, after you have identified an opportunity in the market, You need to set the goals. And as I said last week, the goals can be to increase your sales. It can be to increase your conversion rate on your page. It can be to reach more people. Understand? I know somebody, his marketing goals on social media is that he wants 1 million people to see his product before the end of the year. 1 million people. And in his mind, if 1 million people sees it and he has a conversion rate of 5%, he has 50,000 people buying from him. Or 50,000 people that he can now continue to do direct marketing on. So, what's your objective? Is it to increase sales? Is it to increase revenue? Sometimes, as a businessman, is it to, you are selling other things? Is it to focus on this product? Is it to focus on this product more? Yes, you have 10 products in your shop. You have 10 products on your portfolio. Is it to focus on 2 or 3 more products more? Or is it to carry all of them along? Understand? You must have your goals. And remember, your goals must come from the areas where you have seen an opportunity. Your avatar. What's your audience? What's the target market? Who are they? What are their desires, their needs, and their aspirations? What are their fears? What are their challenges? You have to know who they are. Their income bracket. Their location. Where are they? Where can you find them? What is their behavioral pattern? When do they surf the net? Last week also handled the product. That was the fourth one, right? So the fifth one now is competitive advantage. That's what I'm going to. Competitive advantage. Now that you have your goal, you have your target audience, you have your product, you now have to see how you measure up against your competition. How you measure up against your competition. Most businessmen never investigate their competition. They never investigate their competition. See. Don't hate your competition. Keep them very close to you. Hack them. Hack. What I mean by hack them. Hack into their system. Not criminally. Send someone to go and buy from them. Somebody you know. See how they make the sales. At what price. See their after sales services. See their follow-up. See them from the inside out. I still attend other churches every Sunday. When I go home, I go on social media to see what they did. What are they teaching? How is their choir? Because until you know who they are and where they are, you cannot know how you rank against them. Do you know what I mean? You can think that you are doing well. Because a one-eyed man is a king in the land of the blind. You may think you are doing very well until you go and visit your competition and say, wow, I thought we were doing well. So it is when you investigate them that you can now see where you are. And also in investigating them, you see their loopholes and see what you can maximize. Are you still here? So you have to know where you measure up against your competition. What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? How are they performing? And most importantly, how is their marketing? How is their marketing? How is their marketing? How is their marketing? I can tell that most businesses here don't market. Most indigenous businesses here don't market. Most traders are in the market, in our area, in shopping center, they don't really market. They wait for people to come in. They have built a brand, they built a name, they built a followership, so they wait for people to market. So the one that gets aggressive with marketing will take the market. We said it last time, last Sunday. Don't wait for people to walk in. Bring them in. So how is their marketing? So when you have looked at them and how they do what they do, then and you have looked at your own business, what then is your competitive advantage over them? What advantage do you have over them? Because the essence of strategy is to develop a competitive advantage over your competition. That's the essence of business strategy. Let me take it again. The main essence of business strategy is to develop a competitive advantage, a sustainable competitive advantage over your competition by creating a sustainable value, superior value that is beyond what they are doing. Not what is impossible for them to do, because nothing is impossible, but what is not easy for them to do. Understand? So what is your competitive advantage? If you're doing business and you have no competitive advantage, stop. Think again. Because your strength is in your difference. Your wealth is in your difference. Your wealth is in your brand. So if you are selling, what in the market, you are selling lace, and the lace is not your, like a double grace. The lace is not basically your own special design. Other people in the market are selling it. What will give you an advantage over your competition? What? When you are selling a generic product, what will give you a sustainable competitive advantage over your competition? That's where you have to think. That's where business strategy comes in. Is it my marketing? Is it my shop positioning? Is it my after-sales service? Is it my pricing? Is it my brand exposure? Is it building stronger relationships? Is it in using influencers? Collaborating with influencers? That will be something. Will be something. So please be thinking and writing it down. Or when we are done, go online and watch it again and again. Because if there's no competitive advantage in what you are doing, you are wasting your time. You will collapse. You will collapse. Never do a business that does not afford you any special advantages. Don't invest your money into a business that the entry level is too low. And anybody who has money can do that. I don't know whether I should teach this, because if I enter it, I won't come out. Your competitive advantage oftentimes is what comes from what is called your core competences. Your core competences. What differentiates, what makes you unique from the competition. And also call it the unique selling preposition. What makes you unique from your competition? That's the essence of business. That's the essence of business strategy. What makes you unique? What makes you unique? What makes you unique? If that's all you think about this week and you get it, you've done well. What makes you unique? In what you are doing, what makes you unique? What makes your product unique? You are singing, what makes your singing unique? You're a seamstress, what makes your sewing unique? You're an importer, what are you importing that is so unique? You're a printer, what makes your printing so unique? You're a fashion designer, what makes your design so unique? You're a pastor, what makes your pastoring unique? If there's no competitive advantage in what you're doing, you're wasting your time. You're a teacher in the classroom, what makes your teaching unique? What sets you apart? And guess what? What sets you apart must be in line with what your customers perceive as value. Let me take it again. What makes you unique must be in line with what your customers really care about. Like I say all the time, if you meet a rich man and tell him, oh, I sell cheap products, he's not moved. But rich men, what do they value? Quality, integrity. What? Timeliness. And stress-free transactions. That's what they value. They'll pay anything for that. They pay anything for that. There's a place I went to want to get an office for Glory Gardens. and they told us the price. And I was telling somebody, the person said, it's expensive. I said, yes, if you don't understand what we're trying to achieve, it's expensive. Sometimes there are some things you are paying for. Do you get the reason why you buy a suit 30,000 and another suit is selling for 15,000? Because there's something you're avoiding. You're avoiding embarrassment. You're avoiding quarrel. You're avoiding this figured systems. Understand? So, what you call your competitive advantage must be something that your customers care about. Something they call value. Something they call value. Because oftentimes, I was somewhere one time, I went for a pastor's meeting, and the minister, after teaching, he now asked questions. He now asked for questions. And one pastor said, how do I, as a pastor, know my message from God? How do I know my particular message from God? So the man of God laughed and said, you're a pastor? Yeah, he says, how long have you been pastoring? He said, 20 years. Man of God said, a pastor is a special messenger from God. Has a message. So when he sent you, what did he ask you to talk about? How can you send someone on an errand? And the person will run from Lagos and get to Aba. So he said, I brought a message for you from them. So what's the message? Likewise, that's how we do in our businesses. Our businesses have no special message. There's nothing unique about what we do. So Mama Ngozi is doing buka and she's collecting money. Say, oh, that's where money is. You now open your own bukateria. See, if you say you open a new business and there's nothing new about that business, it's not a new business. Let me say it again. You open a new business, incorporated a new business, and you say, oh, Pastor, I started a new business. And in that business, there's nothing unique that business is trying to achieve. It's not a new business. It's an old business. Assignment. Use throughout this week to investigate your competition. Visit them. Buy from them. If you can't go, send someone to go and ask them, tell them what to look out for. Let them calculate the time for the transaction, how they treat their customers, how they package the product, whether there's any after-sale service, whether there's any contact after you buy. If there is, what message do they send to you? What data do they take from you? And bring it back. Do it for like 3 businesses around you. Investigate them. It's called hacking them. And look at it. See their strong points and see their weak points. Their weak points will reveal to you opportunities. So, you become strong where they are strong. But guess what? You also become strong where they are weak. But when I see your weakness, I can beat you. If you're going to fight me and you try to seize my left hand, you've not done anything. Because I can't use my left hand is not as dexterous as my right hand. I will really give you some good punches. But if you're fighting and you keep throwing punches at my left hand, you will win me. Because I can't defend with it. I see here. Likewise, your customer, your competition, they have their left hands. Find it. When you find it, that becomes part of your major marketing message. Find it. You hear me? Find it. Once you find it, go indoors and plan to be strong there and advertise that part. Advertise that part. Advertise that part. Advertise that part. You hear me? That's the key to strategy. Finding a way to discover loopholes in the market and making sure that you plug that loophole with your own special product and you advertise it. The essence of finding out your competitive advantage is beyond being strong there, but it will form the nucleus of your marketing campaign. It will form the nucleus of your marketing campaign. I saw something online that blew my mind. I'm living now. It's a leather company. They produce leather bags, leather belts, leather products, leather shoes. Do you know their USP, their major marketing message? Very funny message. They said they will fight for it when you are dead. They will fight for it when you are gone. What does it mean? Igbo man will not buy. Igbo man will say, "Chai, they want me to die." But the Igbo man, because every message is for the people. Wow. Which means this leather product will outlive you. This product will outlive you. That your children will inherit it. Because they believe in inheritance. Oh, that was the ring my granddad gave to my grandmom. My dad gave to my mom. Now I'm giving it to you. If you say it to anybody, say, "Na old ring, now what I want carry old ring do?" But the Igbo person say, "Wow, what a heritage," and they are proud of it. We will not care. Say, "Give me the latest one." So remember that marketing is for a target audience. God bless you.
This is a House on the Rock Abba production. Be part of any of our life transforming services every Sunday, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. or 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at 3 Covenant Close behind Rufus Obi Chemist along Abowe Road, Abba, Abia State. You can also follow us on Facebook at House on the Rock Abba and on Instagram at HOTR Abba. For prayers and counseling, please call 0810-892-4731. Again, 0810-892-4731. Stay blessed.